Hey everyone, I'm Nicole. I'm a homeschooling mom to two boys that are kindergarten and preschool age. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about writing without tears versus the good and the beautiful's handwriting. So the main ones that I'll be looking at are this one from Writing Without Tears, and I've got two, I guess, that I'll use both because I use both with my kindergarten age boy. This is the Good and the Beautiful's kindergarten, and it's called pre-handwriting, so basically pre-K. So one of the main things with the comparison is I'm realizing how much more stuff comes with Writing Without Tears. It's a lot more. So I'll show you guys a few things, like extras that come with it. This is the first thing. It's their wooden letters. So we got the little mat that comes with it. And a big thing that they do is this smiley face. Helps the kids to realize where they're supposed to start, because often letters start up here, so anytime there's a letter you're supposed to look for this first. And then each of the letter sheets is going to have that same smiley face, so they write it out, do it out on the board, their mat, and they use these little wood pieces. This is something that we've really liked and has worked really well for us, especially when they're not writing quite yet. That's something that has sparked their interest and gotten them excited about it. Another thing that isn't like a specific handwriting book is this little one, which we haven't done this year, but we did it last year and it was so fun. This one's my younger son, so there's not much in it. So they write their little name. It's so cute to look back. He wrote that when he was 3. It's just so fun to see. Okay. And this is like what he drew, so they have just little things like that they can do. Supposed to draw their friends. I don't want you guys to. So this is personal things. I don't want to share them. And just kind of little things like that. So phone number. I'm not going to show that either, but because that is something that we worked on early with him, was doing memorizing our phone number. So that was nice to reinforce it in here. Favorite foods. So it's just kind of a fun little thing to look back on. This is carrots that he drew. So it's another little extra thing it comes with. And they do have some free printables. This is probably hard to see because it's in plastic. I'll pull it out. This little chart. Oh, and this is going to be really hard to see, but you can see the numbers kind of on there for tracing. So I have it in plastic so that they can go over it with a marker. So these you can actually get for free, along with quite a few other handwriting pages for different grades too. I think it's all elementary school. So you just go on their website. I'll try to link it down below, the exact spot. The last extra type of thing, I think it's extra because I don't think it's necessary after getting it. Okay, don't mind all of these things. This was one of the first things that I got when I started homeschooling, and I just thought I needed to tab the whole book, but it wasn't necessary. Anyway, this is a teacher's guide, and I just don't really find it necessary. So, for example, this one says their activity is to open the book and go to page 4 and just get ready to point. It's just, and it says like to sing together and singing, and I just don't think it's something that you really need to go along with the book. I mean, it's showing to color the purple page purple. They're little books. This one is really self-explanatory. When I get into it, I'll show you guys. It's self-explanatory. I just don't think you need this. Something like Singapore math that we use, I think you need it, but this is just not something you need. So which is nice because that takes down the cost a little bit for you guys. So yeah, so those are all the extra things that we use with Writing Without Tears. Okay, and as far as the Good and the Beautiful, like I said, it really is just these books that it comes with. There's not anything other extra, but the one thing that I do like that you could consider an extra is that it does come as a PDF. So I bought these ones, and then I do have the PDF for the pre-writing, the purple one. And so it's nice because I can print it out on this big sheet, and I just print this out and I just give this to them for, I just print it double-sided, and they can just do that as a fun little thing, and they can do it however they want, and I don't have to make sure that it's looking nice and perfect for their book because it's only one use. And so you can put that in a laminate thing, or you can just give it to them like that, and that way they can use dot markers, or they can do it so many different ways because you can just keep printing them. And I do have like an ink tank printer, so it makes it a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and take a look inside of these books. I'm going to flip you guys around and do a flip through of a few of the different books that we have. Okay, so to start we have the Good and the Beautiful, the Pre-Writing for Littles. So here's a few of the pages. It doesn't focus on letters, but it does have some fun little things in here. To me, it just makes it more fun and exciting to introduce them to letters and writing rather than just going straight into their letters. And this starts to form letters and the shapes that letters will make. And there's a lot of coloring. My kids aren't that into coloring, but if yours are, this has a lot of that for them. And then it starts at the end to include letters, but they're not actually making the letter forms. So yeah, that is the first Good and the Beautiful. Here is the Level K Good and the Beautiful. This one focuses a lot more on letters. Still does have some fun things in it. There's always one little fun thing on the page. Draw rain and lightning. I think that's pretty cool, this part. And they're not too small of letters that it makes it really difficult. And especially if you have the PDF and you want to print it out on a full-size page to start, that can be helpful too. So this is a lot of the same, but it does have fun things like mazes. And then they start writing the letters on their own. So these are the three that I have for Writing Without Tears. And this is the youngest, goes to this one next, and then this one, which I got in Spanish because we're doing a bit of Spanish, and I thought with handwriting it wouldn't hurt to throw that in there. So let's start with this guy. I love this one so much. Okay, so you're gonna see a lot of scribbles in here because it's just my 2-year-old. He's gonna get another one of these when he really gets started with writing. But I just started him on this, I think right after he turned 2. So it's got some letters here first. So this is that page I was showing you in the teacher's guide, which they had ideas of pointing to different letters, singing a song. But I think you can just come up with that kind of stuff on your own. Here, aim and scribble. So it shows you up there. I know in the teacher's guide it says point to a star and then scribble it. But I think that anyone can figure that out too. A couple of those pages. Definitely just getting started with holding a crayon or a pencil. Colored pages. Okay. Drawing the legs on a duck. And then doing crosses, which is practice to get to the L. Doing squares. And they don't do it in alphabetical order. They do it in shapes of the letter, which I think it is much smarter. So you're going to learn all the circles at once. You're learning G at the same time as O because it has that big curve. They talk about curves, and they have the wooden letters that I talked about up here. So you can use them all at the same time. And they have all these fun pictures to outline and then to color in. This one we weren't as big of a fan of, or I wasn't. It was just a bit boring for me, so we didn't really do much in it. I just don't like how small this is, and it's not very clear that where he's supposed to write it, and I don't know why, you know, it's spread out like that rather than just an S and then for him to write, but I'm sure that they've got their reasons. This just wasn't my favorite of the books. And then the last one is a Spanish. And this one is a kindergarten level. So it has these fun things to do. And then it's kind of more in between those last couple that I showed you. And it still has some coloring on the bottom. And it talks about the different ways of doing this, and it still has those wooden letters as well. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful for you guys if you're kind of trying to figure out which one you prefer to go with. I tried to just give information rather than my opinion so that you can decide for yourself. The last thing that I did forget to show that I have from Writing Without Tears that I really like are these flip crayons. So it's dual-sided and they're very small, and so they're meant for to help their dexterity by flipping the crayon around. But they have so many colors. It's got this big box, and it's nice because we can just just go and grab them whenever we need them, and they can kind of choose what different writing utensil they want for the day. Okay, so thanks for watching, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions about either of these curriculums down below, and hopefully I can get them answered for you. And yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. More videos to come, so make sure to subscribe.